So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel and thanks for stopping in. My name is Rich. I'm the channel host, and normally we're talking about building my small drone business and bringing you along with it, giving you tips, techniques, even classes on the subjects. I want to get into another one of my clients' favorite drone deliverables today. Several weeks ago, we talked about before and after orthomosaics, or before and after maps. And that was a really popular one. So today I wanted to talk about another favorite that several of my clients really like, and that is doing time-lapse videos, repeatable videos, so that they can show the changes in the job sites over time. Oftentimes, outside investors come by to check out the new residential dwellings or the new commercial buildings. So we've got folks who are backing the project, who are paying to have the project done, speculating that they'll be able to sell off all the units or, sell off the commercial space, whatever it might be. But so a lot of my clients like to see the before and after videos. A couple weeks ago, I was just toying around with, making a quick before and after, a quick, what am I thinking of here? Time-lapse videos. There we go. Sorry about that. But so I made a quick little time lapse just for a demo for someone who asked me some questions about using Final Cut Pro. So right here on screen, this is a video that I did a couple weeks ago. This is not complete, and this shows some of the before and after work. But so we see some of the buildings are already there, and in a moment we're going to have that fade to the nearly completed or completed houses. So here we are back in time. This is back in, I believe, 2023, and here we are in 2025. So we can see that fade in, that change, and what these folks had gotten done in a certain amount of time. So this is not a super clean example, so I was just putting this together quickly to answer that Final Cut Pro question. But you can see this quick fade in, fade out. So what we did is we created a flight path for our Mavic 2 Pro originally, and that flight path, the Mavic 2 Pro would fly along and capture video as it was moving along. Then each visit after, each time I went to the site afterward, we did the next flight. So we had the next parts filled in and the next parts filled in. And the feedback that I've gotten from my clients, one of our largest clients let me know when we met on the job site that they just signed a new investor to the tune of several $1,000,000 invested into this particular project that we're seeing right now. So they let us know that the presentations that we've been putting together for them and these types of videos that we've been putting together for them have in fact been incredibly valuable and actually generating new money coming in. And the big part is the investors don't have to come in constantly. They don't have to fly in from wherever it is they're located. They can simply check out the presentations that we've been doing for them. So now I'm opening up a presentation video. This is a setup video in 2022. This isn't one of the official videos, but this was us out on location, getting ready to do the job starting January 1st of 2023. And yeah, 2023. Okay, I'm right. So this was when we were first laying out the flights that we wanted to do. So this flight is very similar to the last one you saw, but I'm not doing the fade in, fade out right now. I just wanted to get this on screen for you to see. So here I am following a Litchi flight path with let me see, with the Mavic 2 Pro. So this is early on before we brought the Mavic 3 Enterprise into this. But as you can see, we are following along that same path area that we just showed you. And so we can see here's the real start. So as we're putting these presentations together for our clients every 2 weeks on this particular site, we're always giving them an updated page that includes these videos, the video time-lapse, the still images, the orthomosaics, and the 3D models are all put into these presentations. So I wanted you to see this one here, and let's see, that was December 7th, and let's double check this. All right, so it's been a while now. I closed December 7th, and I said, let's go ahead and check out January. So here is January of January 2023, January 4th. And here is one of our videos. So as you can see, let's pull it in. So it's close to the other one that I just showed you. These aren't perfect yet. And part of what we do after in post-processing is align things a little better. But here we are now starting out in January 2023. Things are already happening over here. So, when we put the videos together from December to January, yeah, we've got crews out, but you will notice that it is flying that same flight path again. So that flight path is hardwired in. We've got a couple other flight paths as well, but here is the beginning. Here's where it all starts. And we can also see another foundation getting ready over here and things being marked out on the north side of the project. So things are happening and things are happening constantly. So as we look through 2023, let me go ahead and arrow back solstice. That was 2023, right? All right, let's go a little further out. I'm going to go out to, let's check out June. All right, so in June, I'm going to my, give me one sec, there we go, our video. So in that video, the first flight, and I believe this is the correct one, let's take a look really quick, shall we? And yes, and I'm going to go ahead and hit play on this. A lot has changed. So this is absolutely one of the flight types that our clients really like. They're not looking for measurements. They're not looking for high accuracy maps or models. They are looking to see the changes. They are finding out, is the builder on schedule? Is my investment safe? And every couple of weeks after we do the flights for them and the presentation pages for them, we get feedback on how the videos were received, if we're showing anything wrong, if they want us to include anything else. But this is that Litchi flight path, and this is in June of 2023, and this is right when we picked up the Mavic 3 Enterprise. So as we moved forward, this flight path changed ever so slightly because of the difference in the two drones and their sensors, and so the sensor size. So we had to realign things a little bit. But here we are in June, and we saw how much was already being built on the front end. And now I'm just following this out because this is, in fact, the rest of the flight. So after we go along all those buildings, the next part is we actually catch the flight of all of these homes on the north side as well. So this is a repeatable two-part video. And these two videos are actually very important to my clients, and they let me know regularly that these were part of their presentations, and this was also part of their pitch presentations to bring other investors on board. After what they told me they brought on board early on, I wish I'd just asked for 1% of the project value instead of our how we do our flight billing, because I would have been happy to take just 1% of that once I knew how much was coming in for these investments. Quite amazing. So I am going to close that one up, and that was June 25th of 2023. Let's go back here and let's get ourselves much further along in 2023. So how about October 31st? I don't think anything was haunting our flights, but some of my flight video or my flights had a little change up. Let me see here. This is all right, 98 feet. So now we are absolutely using the Mavic 3 Enterprise, but that path remains very consistent now. So our early build of the path back in December of 2022 wasn't perfectly spot on, but we fine-tuned things to where we got into January. And then later in the year, we picked up the Mavic 3 Enterprise and all the glory that comes with it for doing really great maps and models. And not so great on the video side, but it's done good enough. I'm picky about it. The clients are not. Every time they see these presentations, they're very happy to see the changes over time and share that with their other investors once again. So keep in mind what you're doing doesn't have to be the fully accurate RTK, ground control points, all that stuff. Sometimes the client just wants to see what has happened on the site. They're not looking for measurements. They've already worked with a survey firm while they were actually laying out this build plan. So the part they need us for is the show and tell. And that show and tell is incredibly important, as you can see with these changes. All right, I'm going to pause this for a moment. So before I start wrapping this up, I wanted to take a look at one of the finished videos from, let me see here. This is Solstice 2023, Halloween once again. So this is a almost finished video for the clients. Let's go ahead and play this because there's some differences here. Now we've got the tags on each of the home locations. So as the investors, as the construction folks, whoever's looking through this, they will see the changes on screen. They'll also know which buildings were at that point in time. So over time, we kept adding additional sites. It got a little messy with some of the labeling, so we changed that over time as well. But we still have 2 more rows down below. So at the end of 2023, the project had come a long way on basically the upper third, and then the lower 2/3 were, starting to get worked in, pavement put in, and starting to mark out where the new buildings would be. As I said, the feedback from the clients was absolutely incredible. They're thrilled with how these videos came out and how these videos could sell their project. Now, how much did they really like this? Well, I've got 2 more construction sites in Prescott now working with these same individuals. They want to do the same things that we did here on Solstice on these 2 other properties. So we're starting into those properties. We were actually supposed to do it last week, but we couldn't get a key code to get into the site. So this week, we're going to be starting out with our first official flights of a location known as Serenity. For those of you who might be nerds, hey, Serenity refers to Firefly as well. Okay, so you see this flight, you see how we're presenting it, and in the end, after this is all done, this gets fed into our website, seemybuild.com, and this is actually the Solstice project. So the investors, even if they weren't online for this meeting or that meeting, everything is available to them after the fact. So if they need to come back and see 2 months ago, it's here for them. If they need to come back and see yesterday's flight, it's here for them as well. So this is one of the big ones, one of the big deliverables that a lot of our clients love. Once again, as I said, we don't have to do RTK or GCP so long as we're close to accurate and the flight path is consistent. And I will tell you what, the flight paths are incredibly consistent. And that goes for flight paths for the still images, for the before and after orthos, for the videos here, for the 3D models. Things, things aren't, survey grade. These are all relatively accurate to each of the flights that we did. So there you go. There is another option for you where you don't have to be using the highest end survey equipment. You don't have to become a survey engineer, but you can still provide quality, actionable data that sells the projects that you were hired to come in and help highlight all the changes. So I hope this was of value to you. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. Be sure to head by classes.azdrone.net. We are running a special on our class bundle. So 40% off with the coupon code LEAFPEEP. So LEAFPEEP for the leaf peepers who are out right now seeing the beautiful color changes in New England. All right, everyone, we'll see you again real soon. I hope you're having an awesome one. I hope this gives you some ideas as well.